Tennessee State Standard US.01. This state standard tells us that we need to be able to explain how the Homestead Act and the Transcontinental Railroad impacted the settlement of the West. One of the first big things that we talk about in U.S. history is this idea to go west. Traditionally, before this time period, Americans lived in the eastern part of the United States. But during this time period becomes this new idea to go west, young man. And this becomes a saying, you know, are you tired of your troubles here in the East? Well, go west, young man. That's where you can find success. You can find greater things. And so in America, you have this new idea develops, and it's called manifest destiny. And what a manifest destiny is, it was the belief that the U.S. was destined to spread out west. So we believe that, you know, it was our destiny. It was our right to settle the entire United States, to spread from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. And so Americans began to move west in large numbers. And, you know, the one thing about the West is the West promised a new life. And most Americans, their life was tough. They were living in cities, they were living in small apartments, and you had this idea that you could move west and you could remake yourself. You could become a new person, a new lease on life. And this cartoon down in the bottom right corner, this cartoon was drawn during this time period. It's this idea of going west. And if you just look at the cartoon, first off, everything is moving from the east to the west in this cartoon. Okay, so everything you see is leaving the east and it's heading out west. Now, if you just look at the lighting, over here in the east, it's nice and it's bright and it's light and it's sunshiny. And over here in the west, it's dark, it's gloomy, it's unknown. And that summarizes what was happening. Okay, Americans were bringing the light, bringing this enlightenment, this society, this culture with us as we went to the west. And in the middle, this is Lady Liberty. All right, she's walking right there in the middle. She's got her nice white gown on, and she's bringing all this stuff with her. Down here at the bottom, she's bringing telegraph wires. She's actually got them in her hand, running telegraph wires, technology. You can see there's trains over here that are following her to the west. You can see there's stagecoaches, there's settlers. Down here there are farmers that are coming to the west. And they're chasing away all these other things, okay? They're chasing away Native Americans right here who are running. They're chasing away, this looks like a bear down here. There's wild animals. They're chasing away buffalo. So it just shows the progress that's being made, that America is bringing this progress from the east to the west. Go west, young man. That's where you can remake your life. One of the biggest things that was influencing Americans to go west was called the Homestead Act. And the Homestead Act is a really, really important piece of legislation that's going to be passed, and it's going to have a huge impact on Americans going to the west. So what the Homestead Act did is pretty simple, is it gave away 160 acres of land to anybody who would go west. So let's just put that down. So it gave away 160 acres of land to Americans who move out west. And it was, you know, almost free. They just had to pay like a small filing fee, and they could get 160 acres of land. And this 160 acres of land, it's a new start on life. And this new lease on life is going to encourage Americans to move out west to settle these lands. And one of the biggest issues as Americans begin to move west is they started to run into Native Americans. All right, so let's just put down the Native Americans become a problem. Because think about it, Native Americans have traditionally lived out west, and now all of a sudden millions of Americans are going to be flooding west, and they're going to be settling in land that these Native Americans had traditionally used. And this land is going to cause problems. It's going to cause a friction between the Native Americans and the new citizens that are moving out west. But if you think about it, you know, the motivation to do this, it's pretty simple. You know, it's a new start on life. All right. Most of these, like I said earlier, most of these Americans have been living in these tiny little apartments. And now all of a sudden they're moving out to these huge places. I mean, look at these people in the picture here. You know, they've got huge amounts of land behind them. Now, yeah, their house looks pretty pitiful right here, but it's their own. And they can work and they can become successful and they can change their lot in life. You know, land was this great power that you had back in the day, and it gave you the ability to change your life. So because of the Homestead Act, more and more Americans are going west. But the problem is it's very difficult to get out west. So they're going to need a easier way to transport people west. And so that's where you get the Transcontinental Railroad that comes into play. And the Transcontinental Railroad is a huge, huge part of American history because it's going to reduce the time it takes to get across the United States. And by reducing the time, you get Americans closer together, we're connected, and our country can grow at a never before rate. But the way this railroad was built, you can look down here at the bottom right and see the actual map of where it was built, is it was built from Omaha, Nebraska, and it was built all the way out here to Sacramento, California. So two companies were hired to build it. The Union Pacific was the first company that hired to build. And the Union Pacific built from Nebraska to the west. So if you're looking down here on the map, here's where the Union Pacific started, and they're going to be the ones that build in this direction right here. All right, the other company is called the Central Pacific. Central Pacific built from California to the east. All right, down here on the map, here's Sacramento, is where they started, and they're going to build east. And it really becomes a race between these two companies. The two companies are going to be paid by how much track they lay. So the more track they lay, the more the government's going to pay them. And where these two companies end up meeting is in Promontory Point, Utah. So this is where the Transcontinental Railroad is completed, in Promontory Point. And you can see this is a picture of what Promontory Point looks like today. All right, you can see the two trains, and those aren't the actual trains. They're just, you know, a memorial kind of thing. They're sitting there today, and that's where the final piece of track was laid. But like I said, the biggest thing about the Transcontinental Railroad is it allowed people to travel across the U.S. easier. All right, you could jump on a train, kick your feet up, take a nap, and before you know it, you're all the way out on the West Coast. And never before in American history have we been able to transverse our continent like we can once this Transcontinental Railroad was built. And it wouldn't have been built without the Homestead Act, which had pushed all these people west and was providing a need, a reason for all these people to go out west.